Hello everyone, I am Nishan from TKM College of Engineering. Today we will discuss about decoding of convolutional codes. In the last class, we discussed about convolutional encoders and three representations of convolutional encoders, namely code tree, code trellis and state diagram. The knowledge of code trellis and state diagram is highly essential for studying the decoding of convolutional codes. In decoding of convolutional codes, there are three methods are commonly used. One is Viterbi algorithm, feedback decoding and sequential decoding. Out of this, we will discuss only about this Viterbi algorithm. This Viterbi algorithm is based on maximum likelihood decoding. For studying the decoding of convolutional code using Viterbi algorithm, we will consider an example. So consider a 212 convolution encoder with G of 1, 111 and G of 2, 101. Decode the correct sequence if the received sequence is given by Y. So this convolution encoder we already discussed in the last class, and the corresponding convolution encoder is given like this, and the state table is this, and the state diagram is this. So this already we discussed in the last class. And the corresponding code trellis is this. So these diagrams we already discussed in the last class. For solving this particular problem, the state diagram of this particular convolution encoder should be ready with you. And we know that there are 4 states are available for this particular convolution encoder, namely A, B, C and D. After preparing this particular state table, next step is to create a grid like this. Create a grid like this. So in this grid, this corresponds to the time axis, and this line corresponds to state A, second line corresponds to state B, third line corresponds to state C, and fourth line corresponds to state D. Now we can represent all the states with respect to time. Like this is represented as A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8. This is similarly, this is B0, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, C4, C5, C6, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8. Now the question is how many sections we need to create. That is, here we consider A0 to A8. So what determines this number of sections? That depends on the length of the decoding sequence. So this is the received sequence. The received sequence is how many bits are present in the received sequence? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So total 16 bits are present in the received sequence. Now next step will be to write the received sequence on top of this particular line. That is 11, 01, 11, 00, 01, 10, 00, 11. So we have the received sequence Y, and this received sequence is written on top of this particular line. Now the question is, what is A0, A1, A2, etc., B0, B1, B2, etc., C0, C1, C2, etc. Now, A0 is the state of the convolution encoder at time t equal to 0. A1 is the state of the convolution encoder is A at time t equal to 1. Similarly, B1 is the state of the convolution encoder is B at time t equal to 1. And C5 is the state of the convolution encoder is C at time t equal to 5, etc. So, as we know, the convolution encoder starts with state A or 0 0. We have A is 0 0, B is 0 1, C is 1 0, D is 1 1. Make sure that this is M2 and this is M1 for this particular convolution encoder, M1, M2. Now, as we know, any convolution encoder starts with state 0 0. So, initially we will start with A0. So, there is no point of drawing B0, C0, D0. That means the convolution encoder cannot start with B0, C0 and D0. So, I will erase these states. Okay, so initially the convolution encoder starts with A0, that is at time t equal to 0, the convolution encoder, the state of the convolution encoder is 0 0. Okay, at this state, I will bubble like this. So with A equal to 0, so if the present state is 0 0, if 0 comes, what will be the next state? Next state will be 0 0 itself. What is the output? Output is, I will take this as a reference. Output is 0 0 and next state is A1, that is 0 0 itself. Now the question, now we need to find the discrepancy between the output of this particular path and the received sequence. The discrepancy of the difference between the coded sequence and the received sequence. Now we define two parameters, namely node metric and path metric. What is node metric and what is path metric? Path metric is the discrepancy or the difference between the coded sequence and the received sequence. So, or how many bits these two sequence differs. So here we can see that there are in 2 bits they differs and it is represented in bracket like this. So path metric is represented in bracket like this. Now node metric is the sum of path metric. So basically if you want to find the node metric at A2, it will be equal to the sum of this path and this path like this, and the node metric is represented in circle. So that we will consider. Okay, so here what is the node metric here? Node metric is equal to the path metric, and I will write this in circle like this. Okay, now so at time t equal to 0, if 0 comes, the next state of the convolution encoder is A1. At time t equal to t equal to 0, if 1 comes, the convolution encoder will goes to B1. That we already know. And so we will use dotted line like this. So this is apparent from this particular state diagram or state table. So from 0 0, if 1 comes, output is 1 1 and next state is B, that is 0 1. So I will write the output here 1 1 and now find the discrepancy between these two, this path sequence and the received sequence. The discrepancy is 0, and make sure that you write the output just below the arrow, because as the time goes the diagram becomes so complex that it is very difficult to distinguish between the various path sequences. Now what will be here the path metric is 0. Now what will be the node metric at B1? The node metric at B1 will be equal to path metric, that is again equal to 1. That is again equal to 0. That I will draw inside the circle. Since at time t equal to 0, if 0 comes, the convolution encoder will goes to state A1. If 1 comes, it will goes to B, and there is no point in drawing C1 and D1, because from A0 the convolution encoder cannot goes to C1 and D1. So similarly we will erase these states also, because these states we don't need. Okay. Now at time t equal to 1. So we are currently at state A. Now what happens if 0 comes? If 0 comes, it will goes to state A2, and I will draw like this. So from this table we can see that if we start at A, if 0 comes, it will goes to state A. If from A, if 1 comes, it will goes to state B, and output is 1 1. So here what is output? Output is 0 0. So I will draw like this 0 0. Now what is the discrepancy between the path sequence and the received sequence? It will be 1 only. So I will write the discrepancy in bracket like this. Okay. Now from at time t equal to 1, if the convolution encoder is A, at the state A, if 1 comes, the convolution encoder will goes to state B2. Now B2, what is the output? Output is 1 1. So output should be written just below the arrow, and the discrepancy will be 1 only. Now what will be the node metric at A2? Till A1 it is node metric is 2. 2 plus path metric is 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. So I will write like this 3. Now what about the node metric at B2? It will be 2 plus 1, again 3. So we completed from A1. Now we will calculate from B1. So from B1 at time t equal to 1, if the convolution encoder is at the state B, if 0 comes, what will be the next state? If the convolution encoder is at state B, if 0 comes, the next state is C, and output is 1 0. So I will draw. Okay, as we know, while drawing the code trail list, one is represented by dotted line and 0 is represented by bold line. That we already know in the previous class. Okay, so what will be the output when 0 comes? The state of the convolution encoder goes from B1 to C2. Now the output is 1 0. Now what will be the discrepancy between this path sequence and the received sequence? That is given by 2. Okay, so if at time t equal to 1, if the current state is B, and if a 1 comes, the state of the convolution encoder will be 1 1, and output is 0 1. So I will draw like this. Output is 0 1. The discrepancy will be 0. Now what about the node metric here? Node metric is, so if in this path, what will be the node metrics at C2? Node metric is 0 plus 2. I will write like this. Now node matrix at D2 is, so this is the total path. This is 0 at up. So you just look at the previous node only. Up to previous node, that is up to previous node we have the node metric, that is 0. 0 plus 0, this we will get it as 0. So thus we completed the diagram up to stage 1. We started with stage 0, stage 1. Now we need to complete on stage 2. So we have node metric up to stage 1. That is, we have, or this at the start of stage 2 we have the node metric is 3 3 2 0. Now from A2, if 0 comes, look, so the output is 0 0, and the discrepancy between this path sequence and the received sequence is 2. Now if 1 comes, it will go to B3. The output is 1 1. The discrepancy is 0. Now from B2, if 0 comes, it will goes to C3. Output is 1 0. The discrepancy is 1 1 1 1 0. So discrepancy is 1. If 1 comes, it will goes to D3 and output is 0 1. The discrepancy is 1. Now what about the node metric? The node metric at A3 is 3 plus 2 5. At here 3 plus 0 3. At here 3 plus 1 4. At here 3 plus 1 again 4. So we computed up to A and B. Now we need to calculate from C2 and D2. So if the state of the convolution encoder is C2 and if 0 comes, if the state of the convolution encoder is C and if 0 comes, the next state is A and output is 1 1. So I will write like this. I will draw like this. Output is 1 1 and the discrepancy is 0. If 1 comes, the next state is B. So output is 0 0. Discrepancy is 1 1 0 0. Discrepancy is 2. Similarly, at D2, if 0 comes, at D, if 0 comes, it will go to C. I will draw like this. Output is 0 1. Discrepancy is 1. If 1 comes, goes to D. Output is 1 0. Now discrepancy is 1. Discrepancy between 1 1 and 1 0, that is 1. Now the again we need to find the node metric. So but we can see that we already calculated the node metric at A3, B3, C3 and D3 because with one path. But we can see that now we have two paths are there. So one node metric, the node metric corresponds to first path is 3 plus 2, that is 5. We have one more path is there, 2 plus 0. So that is 2. So we have two node metric at A3. So now we need to select only one path. That is, select that path with lowest metric. That is, we will select this path only and we will remove this path. So we can say this path as this survivor path. Survivor path. That is, survivor path is the path with lowest node metric. So similarly at B3 we have two paths are there. That is 3 plus 0 is 3. One more path is there, 2 plus 2, that is 4. So we will remove. So we remove this particular path and we retain this path only because the node metric is 3 plus 0 3 here, but this is 2 plus 2 4. So we remove the that particular path. Similarly at node 3 we have again two paths are there with path with node metric 3 plus 1 4 and other is 0 plus 1. So we remove this particular path because this path has node metric 4, but this path has only the node metric 1 because 0 plus 1. At here we have again three paths are there, 3 plus 1 and 0 plus 1. So we remove this particular path. So we have the survivor path at third stage. We'll say like this: survivor paths are A0, B1 C2 A3. This is one path. The second path here is A0 A1 A2 B3. Third path here is A0 B1 T2 C3. Fourth path is A0 B1 D2 D3. I will explain the concept of survivor path again. So at node 3, so at A3, we have two paths are there. One is A0 A1 A2 A3, A0 B1 C2 A3. So first path has the node metric 3 plus 2, that is 5, and second path has node metric 2 plus 0. So as I said, the survivor path is the path with the lowest node metric. So I will remove the first path with the node metric 5. So I retained the second path only, that is 2 plus 0 2. So I wrote the cut off this particular path, and I wrote the node metric as 2 in circle. Similarly, at B3 we have two paths are there, this path and this path. Two paths is A0 A1 A2 B3. Next path is A0 B1 C2 B3. So second path has node metric 2 plus 2, that is 4, while the first path has node metric only 3 plus 0, that is 3. So we remove the path with the highest node metric and retain the path with the lowest node metric. Similarly, we got the path at C3 and D3. Now you can realize the complexity of this particular diagram and this particular algorithm, because as time goes, the complexity of this diagram goes increasing also. Anyway, I will explain one more stage, so later you can do by yourself. So we have completed up to A3, and the corresponding node metric is wrote here. Now we will work out one more stage also. So okay. So if currently I am at A3, if 0 comes, I will go to A4. Output is 0 0. What is the path metric? Path metric is 0. The discrepancy between the path metric and received sequence is 0. So if 1 comes, now the output is 1 1. The discrepancy is 2. Similarly, if I am at B3 or the convolution code at B3, if 0 comes, it will goes to C4. Output is 1 0. Discrepancy is 1. If 1 comes, it will goes to D4. The output is 0 1. The discrepancy is 1. So if the convolution encoder is at C3, if 0 comes, it will goes to A4, and the output is 1 1. Discrepancy is 2. If 1 comes, it will goes to B4. Output is output is 0 0, and discrepancy is 0. Similarly, at D3, if 0 comes, it will goes to C4, and output is 0 1. Discrepancy is 1. If 1 comes, output is 1 0, discrepancy is again 1. So again at A4 we have two paths are there. One is one with node metric 2 plus 0, other with node metric 1 plus 2, 3. So we will remove this particular path because this has metric 3 and this and retain this particular path with node metric 2. I will write the node metric in circle. So at B4 we have again two paths are there. One is 2 plus 2 4 and the other is 1 plus 0. So I will retain this particular path and remove this particular path, and I will write the node metric as 1 here. So at C4 we have two paths, that is 3 plus 1 4, and here it is 1 plus 1 2 only. So I remove this particular path. At D4 again we have two paths are there, one with the metric 3 plus 1 4 and other with 1 plus 1 2. So I will remove this particular path. Now we will write the survivor path at stage 4. So we have at A4, what will be the path? That is A0, B1, C2, A3, A4. Now this is the path. A0, B1, C2, A3, A4. The second path is A0, B1, D2, C3, B4. A0, B1, D2, C3, B4. Similarly, we have A0, B1, D2, D3, C4 and A0, B1, D2, D3, D4. So continue in this fashion. We need to complete 4 more stages, and finally we will get the diagram like this. So I computed up to 5, and you need to compute 3 more stages, and you may feel that it will be very much difficult, but if you practice, you can complete or you can solve this particular diagram within 10 or 15 minutes. So I computed up to stage 5, then you compute the rest of the stages, and finally we have only one survivor path. So that survivor path will trace through the lowest node metric. So here we can see 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 like this. So now our aim is we need to find the decoded sequence. So the received sequence is this. Now how will you find the decoded sequence? The decoded sequence is, so we have not decoded sequence, the corrected sequence. Corrected sequence is, I will write like this, 1 1. So this 1 1. So you trace the survivor path and find the output. 1 1, 0 1, 0 1, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 0 1, 1 1. Again, this is, I think it is 1, that's all. 0 1 1 1. So here we can see one error occurs here. So here it is 1 1. So our the corrected sequence is 0 1. So one error here, one error was here, then 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 0 0. So one error occurs here also. So that is, so as we know, the received sequence is 1 1, 0 1, 1 1, 0 0, 0 1, 1 0, 0 0, 1 1. So we can see there are error occurs at 2-bit position, here and here. Okay, now this is the received sequence. This is received sequence and this is the corrected sequence. Now we need to find what will be the transmitted message sequence, not the code sequence. We need to find the transmitted message sequence. How will you find the transmitted message sequence? Check whether this is dotted line or bold line. If it is dotted line, that indicates that 1 is transmitted. If it is bold line, that indicates that it is 0 is transmitted. So here we can see this is a dotted line. So 1, again 1, this is bold line 0, 1, 1. So here we have dotted line. So D5 to D6, a dotted line. So this is again 1. Again D6 to C7. So we have D4 to C5, it is 0. So this is bold line, that is 0. Again C7 to A8. C4 to A5 is the line is due to 0. So this is again 0. So this is the decoded message sequence, that is 1101100. Okay, this is the decoded message sequence after using Viterbi algorithm. So please have a look at this particular diagram, and you should complete the 3 more stages to find the complete survivor path. So make sure that you should draw this particular diagram using scale and different colors of pen. Thank you.